Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. Let's pop that back up in the corner. We are here tonight for Belgium versus England in the UEFA Nations League in the middle of the international break. This is kind of the big game in terms of England, in terms of international football, that we are stopping our wonderful league football for. So please come and join me for the next couple of hours. We're going to watch along the game. We're going to have a good chat. We're going to see how things go and how things pan out for England tonight. Bit of a crunch game. We'll bring up the split screen in a minute. Let me just say hello to everybody. If you're in the chat, do say hello. Make sure you can hear me and see me loud and clear. Let me know if there are any problems. Before we go over there, let's give a shout out to Charlie, who is the fan sponsor of our live watch-alongs. Charlie Frost, 30 years of Loyal Royal. Here is to many more. Thank you so much, Charlie, for your help and your sponsorship. And as ever, there's a quick plug for the merchandise store, which you can find underneath here if you're watching on YouTube. I know some people do watch these after the fact, but if you're watching right now, you can kind of see. But stick with me and stay with us. Like I was just saying, some idea of a bit of a crunch game there. There is the Nations League table. Let me make that a little bit bigger. And you will see that, Belgium regained their lead in the last round when England lost at home to Denmark, didn't they? Having beaten Belgium in we watched along both of those games, didn't we? Remember Harry Maguire sent off in the game against Denmark. So advantage Belgium. They only need to draw this game to keep England away. And you can see there Iceland on 0 points down, further down in the table. There are the coming fixtures. So you can see England also have Iceland to play, and then Belgium have Denmark coming up on, what night is that? That is on Wednesday, and we will be here for England versus Iceland as well. So England really could do with another win over Belgium tonight. They got the result last time, although some sense that we're a little bit lucky in that game. I think that could have gone against them. But there is the two teams. So there is your England team according to SofaScore. There's a couple of mistakes that you'll probably all be able to see in there. I think sometimes with SofaScore, it's I think it's an algorithm picking that team because obviously Tyrone Mings will play down the left, and obviously Jack Grealish will play down the left as well. You would have thought. So Pickford in goal is Southgate's guy, isn't he? Then the back three, as I say, switch Mings and Walker over, who have both played at fullback in their careers. Those two players, haven't they? Mings will play left centre-back. Walker will play right centre-back with Eric Dyer in the middle of the two of those, making up the back three. Kieran Trippier is, again, like Pickford, Southgate's guy. Traditionalists will not enjoy a right back wearing number 3, but there we go. He will play right wing back. Chilwell is the left wing back on the other side. In the centre of midfield, sort of double pivot in this system, isn't it? Declan Rice and Jordan Henderson. And again, erroneous there. Grealish will play down the left. Well, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. And Mount will play down the right with the wonderful, brilliant captain Harry Kane up top, who I'm sure we'll all be hoping is going to have a good game tonight. On the bench there for England, Pope, Henderson, Keane, Saka. We saw all of these guys the other night, didn't we? Maitland-Niles, Winks, Foden, Bellingham, Calvert-Lewin, Sancho and Abraham. So plenty of quality on that bench down there for England. Everyone got a go pretty much on, when was that? Was it Thursday? The game against the Republic of Ireland, which was an easy 3-0 victory for England. We'll get your comments in just a second. I can see plenty coming in. Get your thoughts in on that England team. Looks pretty decent to me. But remember, we are up against world number 1 seed ranking Belgium. In goal, they have Courtois, who we'll know from his days in the Premier League at Chelsea. We'll also know 2 of the back 3 there pretty well. Alderweireld and Vertonghen played in the Premier League for... One played for Southampton as well as Spurs, but mainly for Spurs, with Denayer in between the 2 of them. Meunier and Hazard, not that one, are the wing-backs. Tielemans, we know from Leicester City, and if you were here for the Leeds v Leicester watch-along, he scored twice in that game, didn't he? Tielemans and Witsel are the central midfielders. And again, swap De Bruyne and Mertens. De Bruyne generally plays down the right-hand side, doesn't he? Such a brilliant crosser as well from that side. So Mertens and De Bruyne, switch them over. Will be playing off the front, off Romelu Lukaku, who is an excellent striker. Maybe not in Kane's level, but still a brilliant international level football player. Mignolet, Castells, Michele, Delcroix, Fouquet, Van Aken, this is fun for my pronunciation, Pratt, Vishkaren, Luca Bacchio, Chadley, Benteke, Batshuayi is the rest of the Belgium bench there. We are obviously familiar with Batshuayi, Benteke, Chadley, Pratt, and Mignolet from playing in England. So there you go. Get your thoughts in. Let's have a little bash through the comments. We're about 7 or 8 minutes away from kickoff. I'll go backwards and we will have a little look here. 1-1 says Carl. Which, if you get, I mean, should we just bring up the table one more time? So, for example, here, if England were to draw this game, they would go into the final round 2 points off Belgium, who would be playing Denmark. Then you would be looking for some kind of favourable result in that game, preferably not a draw. You'd be looking for a Denmark win. So it's basically, if England want to do anything in this, they do need to win this game tonight. Let's scroll up and we'll see what else we've got up here. Come on, England, says Hip. Absolutely. We can leave our bias at the door, but also say, come on, England. Evening to Bremner's Ghost and True Blue and John Frusciante of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. David. Marcus says 2-0. I'm guessing he's gone with the home team first there and saying that that's going to be a Belgian winner. Evening to Alex. Again, any feedback on my internet? I can't do anything about, guys. It goes how it goes, and apologies if it does lag. Hey there, Iain. Excellent. Patricia. Greetings from Australia to Paul and to Craig. Let me know if everything is okay. Again, just let me know if it's okay. Don't let me know if it's bad. I can't do anything about it. As I always say, imagine getting me soldering iron out and redoing the internet. We'll do what we can do. Hey, on the live stream here. Rest in peace, Ray Clements. Indeed, wonderful. England goalkeeper and Liverpool goalkeeper and Spurs goalkeeper who died today, I think at the age of 72, around at the same time as Peter Shilton, wasn't he? I believe that's the case, and shared caps and got loads himself. And, you wonder how many either of those two keepers would have got if the other one hadn't have been around. Jay, watching from hospital. Oh, not good. Oh, I hope you recover soon, Jay. Been unwell during the week, collapsed at home. Oh, that's not good news. And I hope things improve very, very soon. Not a good feeling for this game. We could be torn a new one here. Hopefully not. Let's see. Yes. Oh, Lewis with a Derby comment. Lewis said, whatever we're watching, Lewis will do a Derby comment. Yes, I have retweeted. Derby obviously looking for a new manager. Check out on the channel we did live stream Philip Koku relieved of his duties yesterday. Yes, Alex, you're right. Top team is the only one that goes through to the Nations League final next year. Yes, indeed. Peter Bonetti in that group of goalkeepers as well. Not even to mention our own Paul Cooper at Ipswich, who saved 8 penalties in a row in the top division at that point. We're just singing the national anthem here. Declan Rice joining in nicely. Eric Dyer. Oh, they're all having a good old sing. Lovely to see, if you like that sort of thing. Let's have a look here. As I say, any feedback on my stream, if you can email it to me, because it's a bit dull if I talk about it during the stream. So if you don't mind emailing me, you can find my address or DMing me on Instagram or Twitter, so we don't spend the whole time talking about that. That's not what anyone wants to see. Evening to Ewan, evening to Nick as well. Must-win game. Indeed, and we are now getting the Belgian national anthem and all set to go in that one. Some beautiful singing in that national anthem. Was there indeed, Callum? I don't have the sound on because I've got my earphones in. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't fancy a sing. Neither does Denea. Kevin De Bruyne can do what he likes, can't he? What a player. There are other games on as well tonight. If I make that a little bit smaller, I believe, can we get live scores up in the other games? Yes, we can. So some other stuff going on tonight before we start this one. Netherlands beat Bosnia 3-1. Slovakia, Scotland gloriously qualifying for the tournament next year on Thursday night. They lost to Slovakia. They will not care. Turkey beat Russia 3-2. Finland beat Bulgaria 2-1. Wales victorious over Ireland. I think David Brooks might have scored in that one. Macedonia beat Estonia. Georgia lost to Armenia. All sorts of stuff there. Albania beat Kazakhstan. Belarus, Lithuania. We are now just getting the teams up. Let me know any of players playing for your team represented tonight for, well, any of the international teams. Be good to hear. Congratulations on Lewis Hamilton on his 7th championship. There you go. I don't follow the Formula One, but I was aware he'd won. Twitter told me. I'm about as confident about tonight as I am for us getting 3 points at Swansea next weekend. The Belgian players go into a huddle with all of the staff there, just preparing for the game. I don't know whether that's the captain or the manager doing the talking at the moment. Oh, it seems to be Romelu Lukaku giving the motivational speech in there. Nice. Stuart Dallas, captain Northern Ireland tonight. Nice one as well. Hamilton and Ronnie O'Sullivan. There we go. Right. I think we are nearly there and ready to go. They're just firing up the England team there. They've got Grealish playing down the right, the same as SofaScore have. I'm not sure that will be the case, but I will reserve judgment until we actually see the teams kick off. As ever, if you are in the chat before we get going, please, you can support via Super Chat tonight, Patreon as ever, Teesprings, but for absolutely none of your hard-earned money whatsoever, you can just hit the like button. That really helps. And obviously subscribe to the channel. 13,150 now. Next stop, hopefully 14,000. And we keep ticking over. The players all take the knee. The wind blows through Romelu Lukaku's shirt, and it looks like we are all good and ready to go. Long ball forward, looking for Kane straight away, headed clear, and Kyle Walker has it at the back. Get your predictions in. 5-0 England. Be a fine thing, wouldn't it, hey? Shout out to Jude Bellingham making his debut the other night and on the bench, indeed, tonight. As we thought, Grealish appears to be playing to the left, as we would have suspected, and De Bruyne to the right. And here is De Bruyne running at Mings early on. He finds Meunier into a crossing position. Meunier gets it into the 6-yard box. Beaten away clear there by Eric Dyer. Quick transition and turnover there from Belgium, looking dangerous to start the game. Meunier into Denayer, and Belgium just getting a hold of this game in the opening, going there 1 minute in here. Can Grealish get hold of that? He cannot. And Belgium have it one more time. Alderweireld has gone a big one straight into Lukaku, and it's gone all the way through to Jordan Pickford. Let me know what you think of the England lineup. Anyone you would like to see playing, or anyone you'd like to see off the bench at some point tonight, as Pickford goes long, looking for Kane. Witsel headers that one away. England can't really get hold of it yet, but Grealish plays one round the corner to Kane, and England launching their first phase of attacking play here. Kane hits the shot low from about 25 yards. Doesn't go too far around the post, but I think Courtois in the goal for the Belgians probably has that one covered. Nice drive into the 10 position there by Harry Kane. By his standards, anything off target is a chance wasted, isn't it? But a tricky chance. Nonetheless, are Sterling and Rashford injured? I suspect they are, if they are not in the team. I don't remember mentioning either of the names on the bench either, even into Chappers here. Come on, England. 3 lines on the shirt. Indeed. Chilwell plays into the channel. Denayer playing on the front foot there, heads away at centre-half for Belgium. Chilwell to Kane, who gives it away, and Witsel has it now. Quite high intensity in this first 3 minutes. Meunier coming down the right into Lukaku. Lukaku off to Tielemans, who gives that one away. Grealish to Mings, and it's back with Pickford. Dyer is trying to slow him down. Don't think Dyer wanted the ball, but he gets it nonetheless, and England come away with it. Here is Rice, who goes back home to Pickford to Walker. My stream is 20 seconds ahead. There we go. Lovely. Taking a long while to reach you in California. There we go. Is Henderson playing as a number 10? Absolutely not. No, he's sat in front of that back three with Declan Rice. No number 10 for England tonight. Sancho should be starting over Mount, says Callum. QPR forever has done his worst QPR 11 ever. Harsh. Send me that. We'll have a look at that. Here is Dyer, plays that out. First touch high up for Trippier. Plays that one in, and everybody drink. Grealish draws the foul from Denayer, just a little touch away. Pretty hefty challenge from Denayer, actually, in the end. Catches Grealish sort of on the left calf and takes him down. Lots of attention on Grealish, as ever. Let's try and cool it down the middle, and hopefully no Grealish derangement syndrome appears in the comments. Here is a free kick for England on the right-hand side. Fair distance out, swung in to the middle. Mings was up on the back post. Somebody is down for Tongan, and a free kick has been given to Belgium. Southgate looks on. We haven't seen a replay of what went down there, and I don't think we are going to. England coming back into it these past 2 minutes in this one, so reasonably even start. Here is Courtois. Callum says, can't promise that, I'm afraid, Ben. Don't understand the Grealish haters. The bloke is different gravy. Remember, the derangement syndrome works both ways, doesn't it? It's this binary polarization of opinions where they seem to be a little bit extreme for certain players. I mentioned it in respect to when we were talking about Wayne Rooney and the Derby job the other day. People find it very hard to have a balanced opinion on certain players, don't they? Grealish is quality. I agree. And there you go. There's the Grealish derangement syndrome. Always falling over like a drunk in a brewery within 2 comments there, we get both sides of it. Here is Denea bringing it out. Kane not pressing him. Mount does go ahead and press Vertonghen. Looks like that's the pressing strategy. The wide centre-back's being pressed, although Grealish has now closed down Denea. Belgium happy to knock it around the back 3 in this early going and keep the ball. Tactically, they don't need to actually win the game, do they, to keep England at bay going into that last one. If indeed they're as bothered about the Nations League as we hope that they would be. De Bruyne coming deep and Tielemans helps it on to Mertens. First touch, I think, for him. Here is Mertens forward and Trippier gets it. Get annoyed by commentators hailing as the next Xavi. Oh, you might be in the derangement syndrome there, Callum. If you can quote a commentator hailing him as the next Xavi and get me a clip of that, then I will stand alongside you. But you may be exaggerating there. The way he glides by players is majestic, like a poor man's Marlon Romeo. There you go. A rich man's Marlon Romeo, I think. Denea out to Vertonghen, to Hazard. Excuse me. Yes, it is Hazard. Tries to switch the play there. Rice reads that and cuts it out. An exaggeration indeed. Not like me to take people's comments completely literally, is it? There we go. Blow says, what has been happening? Fairly even game so far. No chances really in the first 7. England holding their own. I suppose for both teams, the key players, Kane and De Bruyne, are not really into the game just yet, although Harry Kane did drag an effort past the far post. Agbonlahor did compare him to prime Iniesta. That might be stretching it. Grealish is very good, but Iniesta obviously scored the winner in a World Cup final extra time, didn't he? Oh, Lee Wallace has made the worst ever QPR 11. Nice. Mark Haitley as well. What a player he was. Obviously not for QPR. Denea does well there. Bit of a hospital ball across the box. Gabby Agbonlahor does like to put his neck on the line with some interesting far-out opinions, doesn't he? That type of punditry. You will not get here. Hopefully, we're a bit more balanced. It is 0-0 in this one. We'll bung that up. On the banner, De Bruyne into Lukaku. That goes spare, and Henderson manages to get it out to Trippier. Walker plays that one across to Mings. High pace in this game so far. Everybody drink. Grealish draws the foul from Alderweireld this time. Are they going to spread them out this time? What colour are we in tonight, Daz? My TV, white. Good old England in white. If Grealish scores the winner in the... You see, you're doing it again, Callum. You're holding him to the highest of high standards before you're convinced. Here's Lukaku on the edge of the box. Out to Tielemans. And Tielemans has scored for Belgium on 9 minutes from the edge of the box. Hit it with the right foot in off the post. Pickford diving away to his left. And England are behind. Tyrone Mings looks wistfully on. Maybe the coverage here feels he was culpable for that goal. We are now having a look. The referee's having a word with Jordan Henderson about maybe why the play was allowed to continue there. But the goal stands. It was given away out of defence. Lukaku holding it up. Tielemans hits the shot. Deflect. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the goal, to be fair. Deflects off Mings. Oh, one of those. Pickford gets a fingertip to it. We always play this game on the championship review. When the ball takes deflection, exactly where don't you want it to go? It bounces, it skids up and flies right over towards the far post. Pickford just fooled by it a little bit. And Belgium, with their first really meaningful effort on goal, have scored, and England are behind. But here they come, and Grealish is in there on the near post. Good block that by Alderweireld there. just lost Grealish on the near post. Trippier with the cross there. Good response. Grealish got the shot off, actually. It's a good block by Alderweireld. Grealish coming from left to right there. Good attacking play by him and good play by Trippier. I'll get your comments in just a second on the goal. But England have a corner in the meantime. Courtois organises his defence. Trippier swings it in. Kane! Oh, headed off the line. Have they given a foul there? Lukaku with a brilliant clearance actually off the line. I don't know whether the ref had stopped play. We're seeing the replay now. Kane powers the header to go. Absolutely superb clearance from Lukaku. Good header by Kane. Not quite in the corner. That almost made it harder for Lukaku. There was nothing wrong with it. So big slap on the back for Romelu Lukaku there. But Kane winning the ball in the air there. Chilwell puts it in and Courtois catches. Breathless 2 minutes there. Belgium take the lead through Youri Tielemans on 9. Jack Grealish has a good effort blocked by Toby Alderweireld. And then a brilliant off-the-line clearance from Romelu Lukaku. So good response there from England. But they are indeed a goal behind. Let's have a look tonight at your comments on that. Sorry, lots of stuff coming through there. Everybody drink. Grealish draws the foul for the third time already this game. And this is the thing. People say Grealish is down a lot. I'll count them tonight. Every single one of them has been a foul so far. So there you go. Let's have a look here. Evening to box. What colour am I on? I'm on the clear. Good stuff here. We've got a super chat come in. Let me just shout that out before we get to your comments. Thank you to Jim, really supportive of the channel. Thank you so much for your £5 super chat there. England trying to work free kick there. Out it goes to Kane, who heads it back across. And we have a throw-in to England. Let's have a look here. Oh, they're re-showing Kane's header. That's such a good clearance by Lukaku off the goal line there. Brilliant stuff by the Belgian forward. England concede on 9 minutes. Are they Fulham in disguise? Yeah. Do we have VAR? I don't believe so. They weren't checking that one. Don't like Tielemans. Destroyed Leeds and now England. Tielemans very lucky. It was a bit of a lucky deflection, wasn't it? Pickford getting the fingertip onto it off Tyrone Mings. Crossed in from the left for England and Courtois gathers it. How long until Dazelle gets a call up for Southgate? We may be waiting a while. He may need to improve his standard of club football first. I don't know whether he does that by staying with Ipswich or not, but there we go. Do you know all 5 of the top teams in the 18-19 Championship have played in the Premier League? Well, we'd assume 3 of them would because they would have got promoted below 22, but there you go. Steve Cook should be playing, says Jacob. Well, enough damage from ex-Bournemouth centre-half Tyrone Mings, ex-Ipswich as well. There. Let's have a look. Ben is on the H2O. Yeah, rare for me, isn't it? Why do we play 5 at the back constantly? Play 4-3-3. It's tough, Lewis, isn't it? If he changed the system around, people would complain. If he sticks with the same system, people complain. That's the impossible job of the England manager. Problem for me with Grealish is that he looks to draw the foul rather than look to develop the play. I think, David, his progressive passing stats, goals and assists may say otherwise, but there may be examples of him doing that on occasion. I won't deny that. Here is Kane. Nice ball. Grealish, edge of the box. Grealish hits the shot right-footed, and it is blocked on its way to goal. Eze should be playing. I'm sure he'll be called up sooner rather than later. Johnson has won the Masters, a record-breaking -20. Not too familiar with golf, but I'm sure that's very good if it's record-breaking -20. And we will have a go on the old H2O tonight. Headed away by Kyle Walker and a throw-in to Belgium. 15 gone in this one. I bet the numbers tell us that Belgium have only had 1 shot and scored from it. They're just showing the Lukaku clearance. There you go. just one foray really into the other half. England with 4 shots so far, 2 inside the box as well. But a deflected goal goes in off the post for Belgium, and a couple of really good blocks from Alderweireld, from Grealish, and even better one from Lukaku from Harry Kane's header. Oh, lovely back heel there by Meunier to De Bruyne in a crossing position on the right wing. Ooh. Eric Dyer clears that with completely his wrong foot, and it flies a bit scarily towards his own goal and just over the top there. Lovely bit of skill by Meunier, the right wing back. De Bruyne, as you'd imagine, superb cross. Maybe I was a bit harsh on Dyer there. It went towards his own goal, but a good few metres over the bar. Corner for Belgium. Will they score with their second attack? I hope not, but my bias is left at the door, honestly. De Bruyne, corner right-footed, flicked away at the near post by Chilwell. Tielemans has it, looking to rebuild the attack. De Bruyne plays that one inside to Tielemans and to Meunier again, who did that excellent back heel just 1 minute ago. Witsel into Denayer. And Alderweireld slowing it down here. Eze with Grealish. Dangerous. Add Mount to the mix. Nightmare for the opposition. I'm sure we'll see Eze in sooner rather than later. Just needs to get himself into that Palace team. But he's off the mark. Scored that free kick, didn't he, in the game against Leeds. Why does Mason Mount get slated so much by England fans and Chelsea fans? The higher up you go, the more ridiculous the slatings for players are. There you go. God, best England 11 I've seen live. Crikey. God, there'd be some good players in that, I would hope. I did see a 1997 version of England with a lot of... Tony Adams would have been in that probably, and Alan Shearer. And a lot of good players in the Premier League as well. I have to have a good old think about that. 17 gone in this one. 1-0 Belgium. Courtois plays through to Tielemans, who plays a rather awful ball over the top and gives it away. Both of these sides seemingly playing exactly the same system, exactly the same shape, and a pretty similar philosophy pressing-wise, I think. So there could be some amount of cancelling out going on. Gallen Ferdinand Dicchio. Wasn't Dicchio Italian? He played in Italy, didn't he? Danny Dicchio, goodness. Huge bloke as well, wasn't he? Remember the goal Danny Dicchio scored for QPR at Wolves? What a goal that was. Here is Harry Kane. Rice to Mings. Deflection off him for the goal. Out it goes to Walker. Mount. Walker. Belgium all back behind the ball. Can England play through the lines? Walker tries the big diagonal. Meunier heads out for a throw-in. Belgium looking fairly solid in their defensive shape. Here is a throw-in for England, and Chilwell back up the line to Mings. And another big diagonal there, trying to get Trippier away in the channel. And I think he's going to get there. Just manages to kick it off the corner flag. They've made some ground. We're just seeing the goal again there. Yeah. With all of these deflections, they always seem to go in the absolute worst place possible, don't they? Fly into the corner. Roberto Martinez, very pleased with that. The Belgian manager, as you can imagine, his team going up 1-0 on 9 minutes there. England have had 2 attempts on goal. Harry Kane coming very close. Lukaku heading off the goal line. We're coming up 20 minutes in this one. England's best spell straight after Belgium scored. Out wide, it goes again down the left. But they've gone back into central defence. Belgium. Vertonghen, Denayer to Alderweireld playing right the way across and then into the front to Lukaku. Good physical battle with Mings. And he's fouled him there. Bumped him over the touchline. Mings springs up as if to say, I'm not going to show any signs of weakness here. Although he probably does give away a little bit of a power battle against power comparison against Lukaku. But then again, most players probably do, don't they? Oh, lovely ball from Walker into Grealish. And Grealish goes down, does not get the foul this time. Or does he? Yes, he does. Everybody drink. Grealish draws the foul from Witsel there, who just sort of shoves into him from the side and wins, I think, his fourth free kick of the evening tonight. Captain Jack of Aston Villa. Kane, lovely outside of the foot pass by Kane, back into midfield, but given away. They tried to switch a play out to Chilwell. It was Henderson that gave the ball away. You'd never see a prime Luke Chambers lose a 50-50 with Lukaku. Box, I wouldn't want to see Luke Chambers going against Lukaku as much as I love Luke Chambers. Not now, anyway. Prime Luke Chambers, hey? De Bruyne, a lovely pass out by him. Brilliant player. Out it goes to Hazard. Hazard, nice one inside. De Bruyne, he was winding up the shot there, and Rice has been penalised for the foul. Rice protests his innocence, looks to the heavens. De Bruyne looks in a bit of pain. Let's have a look here. Rice just comes across in front of him, takes a bit of the ball, and then De Bruyne's foot smashes against his, and down he goes. I think it's probably on the balance of play. Was just about a foul. Southgate is a PE teacher, says Teakoff. There you go. Yeah, it would be interesting, Lee, how far away O'Connell would be after his first complete season in the Premier League. Free kick for Belgium. Mertens is there. So is De Bruyne. Mertens looks like he fancies this one. It's just to the left of the D, probably about 25 yards out. De Bruyne steps back purposefully. Mertens, oh, what a goal. Absolutely brilliant goal by Dries Mertens there. Belgium are 2-0 up. They've barely been in the England half. A deflected goal, but a brilliant free kick there by Dries Mertens. And on 23, just the Belgian finishing is just killed England. It's 2-0. The free kick given away by Declan Rice on De Bruyne and Mertens. Let's have another look at this. Over the wall, right into the corner. It's a great goal. With my bias at the door, absolutely superb from Mertens. He keeps it nice and low over the wall, and then it really dips down afterwards as well. So Pickford is barely seeing that. It's pretty much right into the corner as well, probably 6 or 8 inches inside the post. It's an excellent goal. And it's 2-0 to Belgium. And this one looks not in the realms of possibility for England to be getting something from this one. Now, a very, very bad first quarter, and England are 2-0 down. Get your thoughts in via the comments. 2-0 Belgium. Rice plays that one out to Kyle Walker. Let's see if England can recover. They responded pretty well in terms of intensity after the first goal. Let's see how they do on the second one. Mertens' quality. Well, he certainly was there, Callum, wasn't he? Brilliant goal. Come on, you waffle makers, says Taxman. On their day, any of the top 8 could win the Euros, but England failed to deliver more than most when facing direct rivals. Very much failing to deliver tonight. Is Pickford an international keeper? I don't know, Alex. I wouldn't say no on the basis of what has happened today. Deflected goal and a free kick right into corner. He did get his fingers to the deflection, but I'd give him a pass. I think that was a very fine free kick by Mertens. Long night for England. Looks like it, doesn't it? Right, that's the 2 I predicted Belgium. Now I need the 3 predicted England. Add an extra bet on then for England to win, because be a hell of a comeback if they can do it from here. Pickford isn't even a footballer, let alone an international. Slightly extreme on the opinion there, Rush. But if you don't think he's an international goalkeeper, fair enough. But had a very good career as a footballer. Taxman adds the same thing. Is Pickford a goalkeeper? Yes, come on, guys. Let's keep our balance in here. Here is De Bruyne. Belgium, good bet for the Euros. Number 1 in the world. Should be favourites, really, for the Euros if the rankings are anything to go by. Often they are not. Here is Alderweireld at centre-half for Belgium. Denier. Vertonghen. Belgium just sitting, taking their chances. Lukaku trying to run in behind. Pickford has the ball and bowls it back out to Dyer, back to Walker, back to Dyer. England look a little bit punch drunk at the moment, like they conceded the deflected goal and they got kind of their rhythm again. And then literally next attack is a free kick, flies over your wall and into the corner. They look a little bit punch drunk, shell shocked, whatever you want to say. Pickford, talented young lad, but players go through bad spells, lots of confidence right now. Don't think he's the number 1. Indeedio. We're the bookies' favourites. God knows how. Oh, into the box there. Chilwell arriving on the back post. Chilwell crosses in. Oh, he couldn't find Mount or Grealish in the middle there. Callum, the reason we'll be bookies' favourites is because English people, you live in England, you'll be getting English bookmakers' odds, and England fans will have plumbed a ton of money on England to win it because we're crazy and mad, and obviously that pushes the odds in. Remember, odds are only the reflection of a bookmaker's liability, not the actual chances of a team actually winning anything, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look here. Ray Clements was a proper goalkeeper, wasn't he? Just, hey? Pickford needs better coaching, says Jim. Best English right back since the mid-80s. Ideas, please. Crikey. Gary Neville? I don't know. Danny Mills? We were blessed with keepers when Clements were. We've said him, haven't we? Bonetti, Shilton, Clements, Cooper, all around at the same time. Shane Bart has played for Poland. There we go. Trying to find Grealish on the back post there. I need someone like Cody to shout at players now. Please, guys, do remember, if you are tempted to have a meltdown, England have conceded 2 shots in this game. One was a deflection that flew in off the post, and one was a worldy free kick. So nice and calm. Nice and calm. Rest in peace, Ray Clements. Absolutely. Pickford isn't even the best goalkeeper at Everton. Yeah, they've got another lad in there now, haven't they? Corner goes in, half cleared, and then fully cleared by the goal scorer. Mertens, playing a team of quality. England fall by the wayside. Shocking team selection again. 3-4-3 is far too defensive. Didn't we beat Belgium last time we played them a couple of weeks ago? France will win the Euros, says Carl. Speaking of confidence, Pickford, see Butland. Indeed. Pickford isn't even the best drummer in the band. Let's have a look. Yeah, if any of you guys are having a pop at Pickford for the second goal, watch the free kick again. I've just seen it. It gets a brilliant free kick right in the corner. Whether your opinions are based elsewhere or you're just lashing out and you want someone to blame, that second goal was not the reason. Kevin Pressman. Whenever I think of Kevin Pressman, I just think of that penalty he scored in the shootout. Sensational. I really like Belgium as a country. I went to Belgium when I was younger on Cub Camp. Went to Brussels, Ghent and Bruges last summer. Oliver, the traveller there. They call him the Wanderer. Pickford plays that one out wide to Trippier, to Rice, out to Chilwell, to Grealish, to Kane, who spins on the edge of the box, back to Grealish. And Grealish is robbed by Witsel there, trying to work the ball in the box. Here is Mings. Brings it out of defence and finds Chilwell. Mings stops his run and the play slows down somewhat. Here is Walker. Bit pedestrian from England at the moment. Here is Walker and Mings. Oh, Grealish draws the foul, but everybody drink. But advantage played. So the 5th foul now on Grealish in this game. Into the channel for Walker, who's made a run forward, strangely. He backheels it quite cleverly, actually, against Denea to win the throw-in when he has no support. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Bruges was nice. Great film as well, that In Bruges with Colin Farrell. It's probably 15, 20 years old now, that film, for God's sake. Pickford needs a sports from Pickford. Right. Should we stop talking about Pickford now? Deary me. God. I think some lashing out going on, let's just say. Pickford is not the reason we are 2-0 down in this game, I have to say. You're holding to him a very high standard if you think he is. Just one of those, I'm afraid. Deflected goal, free kick flies in the corner. Got to deal with it now, haven't they? At 2-0 down. Oliver says, football fans are such a bipolar bunch. Yes, indeedio. And we're all one of them, aren't we? Here is Henderson. Henderson into Grealish. Let's all pick on Pickford. Unbelievable scenes. We need to, or we're in trouble. There we go. Henderson. Oh, nice ball into Grealish. Right corner of the box. Heavy touch by Grealish there. And Denea gets a cross. It was a nice ball in from the right back position. Excellent ball by Trippier. Just a bit. He's normally known for his excellent soft feet there, Grealish. Just a heavy touch there on that one in a good position. Here is Rice. Rice out to Walker. Walker to Henderson. Again, a little bit slow. Yes. Love going out to our friend Charlie, as always, in his health struggles. Charlie sponsoring this show. And our friend, hopefully he's okay. Here comes Mings forward from left centre back. A good drive forward by Mings. Finds Chilwell well advanced. The only issue with this, Belgium do look fairly comfortable defending. Here is Chilwell. His cross is blocked by Munier. Here is a throw-in for England and for Chilwell. Mings to Walker. Back to Mings. Kane, beautiful layoff to Grealish on the left wing. Here is Grealish again, gets across low. And Mount came across the near post there. He's into the 6-yard box on the half volley. It's a beautiful touch by Kane in the build-up to that. Grealish gets a lucky bounce, cuts it back. It's a really difficult chance, to be fair to Mount. He puts it way over in the end. It's right, yeah, it deflects down, bounces off the ground, rising up, and booted over the top. Let's have a look here. QPR Fred was talking about his best England team he's seen live there. Nice. You got Phil Neville in there. Ferdinand Adams, Pearce, Gerrard, Beckham, Gascoigne, Sterling, Kane, Shearer. Love it. When England play top 8 teams, they fall short. Quarterfinals at best in the Euros. Then they go out. Same old story. Hopefully not. Last tournament was semi-finals, wasn't it? So a bit closer, but there we go. Any update on Charlie? I did speak to him. I don't think he'd had the best day recently. So, but he was okay. He did DM me. So fingers crossed. It's an ongoing fight for Charlie. Pickford could pick up the ball out the back of his net. Don't understand the lack of pace. Sancho's running the show at Dortmund and doesn't seem to get started by Southgate. England seem to lack any spark when playing in the last 18 months. I mean, Russ, they've got Rashford, who's probably even quicker than Sancho, isn't there? Or equally as explosive. they don't seem to play that kind of quick transition style, do they? I'm sure someone can let me know of when England have scored that type of goal. But no, it does seem a little bit more pedestrian, doesn't it, with England? Captain Jack Sparrow. This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. Pirates so brave. Only played one team of note in the World Cup, though. That doesn't matter, though, does it? Hey? Got to the semi-finals, didn't they? You only beat who's put in front of you, can't you? But I take your point. I've been to 2 England games, a 2-0 win against Costa Rica and a disappointing 2-0 win. I'd love a disappointing 2-0 win as an Ipswich fan. Oh, we're not talking about hair again, are we? How many times do I shampoo my hair a week? Since I lost my job, most days, actually, I can actually do it every other day at a minimum. If you see it up, it's probably not been shampooed. But let's not talk about my hair. Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne's hair or his brilliant footballing skills. Lovely hold up there by Lukaku. Strong as an ox. And De Bruyne tries a ridiculous pass out to the left wing that not even he can pull off. So it tries to arc it behind the entire defence there. Lukaku's so strong, isn't he? Jesus. And then he plays the ball as he's falling down. De Bruyne just over hits that wild, curving, arced pass there. Against a bunch of milkmen and plumbers. That's no way to speak about the Maltese football team. Come on, Malta must have... Who's Malta's greatest football player? They must have had a good one, mustn't they? Surely. Anyone tell me who Malta's greatest player is ever? Saka is coming on. Ben Chilwell has gone off on 37 here. And Saka comes on. Mifsud. Did he play for Coventry once? Someone will smart me up. With the players we have available, is Southgate the man to get the best out of the player? Seems a decent bloke. Well, the only other man I would have would be Mr. Neil Warnock. I think Neil Warnock as England manager with Sam Allardyce and Harry Redknapp as his spin doctors would be very funny. I don't know. Jim, the Sheffield Wednesday fan, wants Tony Pulis to take over the job. Maybe Jim not enamoured of that hire. Our local football team, Lichfield City, had a Maltese international once. I was just watching Cuckoo, the comedy with Shaylee, with Greg Davies in. Now, that's a quick player and in great form at the moment. Saka, yes, indeedio. Anyway, Cuckoo is set in Lichfield with Andy McDowell in this season. Well, I think it's quite old. For some reason I missed it. And who else is in it? The woman that used to be in Friends, who played Ross's girlfriend in Friends. Helen Baxendale. There you go. I would love Colin as England manager. Absolutely. Get him in there. Too loyal to Wales is purely... Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't take it. Like Sven was too loyal to Sweden, eh? Waft that money in front of him, Russ. They'll come running, won't they? They know England job. They know they get the payoff as well from the England job, don't they? I think no one wanted it last time, though, didn't they? I think even Southgate admitted he got it by default, didn't he? Cuckoo ADF audio. Really good. There's 5 seasons of it. Set in Lichfield, I promise. Look, and the Gibbler says Cuckoo is great. It's really funny. Get Wenger in. There we go. Those rumours have been going on about 15 years, haven't they? Wenger for England. Never did it, did they? Played round the corner by Henderson there. Oh, lovely back heel there by Grealish. Back to Henderson. Henderson switches the play to Saka, who's got a load of space now. Will he attack it? Saka, no, he won't. He puts the cross in. Disappointing. A decent move, though. All started with a lovely back heel by Jack Grealish there. Look at that. Beautiful. With his right foot. Tremendos. I don't think I want to hear the rest of that story, Alex, do I? Has someone just tried to lob Pickford from the halfway line? What happened there? Kev De Bruyne seems to think it's a corner. I was looking at the comments, I have to say, and the ball was just sailing towards the goal. May have been Mertens. Harry Kane looks a bit pensive, bless him. Ooh, Dinea nearly got rolled by Kane there, just from a straight ball down the middle from Pickford. He didn't. Here is Mertens. Who does Mertens play for? Club team, guys. Can anyone let me know? Here is Tielemans to the exquisite De Bruyne, who's a joy to watch, isn't he? Tielemans plays it back out wide to Hazard. Not that one. Napoli. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Russ and Joe. I ask and the comments answer. Thank you, Charlie. Only one man, Mike Bassett. 4-4 F into. Bring it on. Oh, into the channel here. And Lukaku has got the run on Mings now. And he's running into the box. Mings stands him up. He's got into a good position. Good tracking back there by Jordan Henderson. Actually manages to win a goal kick for his troubles as well. To be positive, we're all waiting to see if any of the under-17, under-20 World Cup winners come into the senior side. In that case, make Steve Cooper the manager then. Make him the manager now and just let him bring them all through, for goodness sakes. Yes, we'll see. Other countries, they've built the team around those guys when they've won the representative. Literally no idea this game was happening. Hey, if you're a YouTuber in international break, been waiting for this game for an entire week. Crikey. Missing the football. We're just coming up half time. 42 gone, nearly 43. Kyle Walker has it. Again, England. Well, I mean, this plays into Belgium's hands that they've scored literally their first two chances. They are quite happy to just sit off and knowing, making it quite hard for England, knowing that maybe they're not the fastest team we've ever seen. Yellow card for Witsel on 43 here. Here is Mount, Saka, Grealish, nice ball into Mount. Good football. Kane's made some space. Good feet by Kane. Oh, and his shot's just blocked out by Courtois there. Kane's a ridiculous player, isn't he? He's this weird hybrid of... He's quite big and powerful, but he's really skillful as well. Must be an absolute horror to play against, mustn't he? Trippier has the corner for England. Kane did win one of these earlier in the game, and his header was brilliantly headed clear by Lukaku, actually. It's from the other side, this one. In it goes. Chance on the near post, actually, for Mount. I think he might have been a bit freer than he thought he was then. Let's have a look. No, I do him a disservice. He was... Mounier kind of just froze himself backwards at the cross, indeed. So it probably would have been blocked if it was goalwards. Let's have a look at your comments. Russ, never one to make a sweeping statement. If Lukaku has more than one touch and gets past you, are not good enough at that level. Okay. Up the Villa. There we go. Hopefully Cooper can convince CHO and Foden to join us. Is that Callum Hudson-Odoi? How's things going in terms of the channel's sustainability, Oliver? We're getting there. As long as we're growing, I am happy. And we've got more of the government grant coming. So we're not wholly sustainable, and we may not be for a while. But remember, when the world opens again, I'm a musician. I can quickly earn money, teach piano, go and do gigs and work that around this. So we're on the right track, Oliver. Thank you, sir, for asking. Let's have a look. Here's Mings. We're into stoppage time here. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Henderson has it. Belgium still just going to sit behind the ball in this one and try and pick us off. We need to ask. Sorry, England need to ask a few more searching questions. Not really forced any openings since goal number 2, have they? Here is nice bit of defensive play there by Vertonghen. Did a little Zidane turn there in his own final third to get away from Trippier. Lovely bit of skill. You love to see it from a centre half. Here is Mings, Saka inside to Kane, who's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Poor old Harry Kane there. And we all know if you give him the service, he will score a goal literally every game he plays. But I suppose we did from the headed chance, but Lukaku did brilliantly on the line to clear that, didn't he? Walker's coming forward. We've got about 20 seconds of the minimum stoppage time to go. Grealish to Mount to Grealish. Grealish turns inside, outside of the foot. Grealish went down, and for the first time, he is told to get up by the referee there. Play goes on. Here is Saka. Inside to Kane. To Grealish. Back to Kane. Kane plays it out. And Trippier's offside. And he was the furthest player over there. Should have been able to judge where the line was. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's half time. Belgium 2. England 0. Belgium, quite frankly, and I don't want to sound like a England cheerleader here or an England apologist, but I'm going to say exactly what happened. Belgium scored with their first opening, which was a deflected goal by Tielemans, which flew in off the post. England then forced a chance for Grealish on the near post, which was well blocked out. And then Harry Kane, really good header from the subsequent corner, which was superbly cleared away off the line. Then England had a reasonable period of sort of possession without forcing much in the way of actual chances. Belgium win a free kick. Rice closed down De Bruyne a bit clumsily, and Mertens flipped it over the wall into the corner. So I dare say, let's reverse it. Let's not say England were a bit unlucky to be 2 behind. Let's say things went kindly for Belgium, particularly in that first quarter of that game. However, the second half of the first half, 23 to 45, England didn't really do a lot to challenge Belgium, who were happy to fold back, and, more power to them if they're going to get 2-0 up. Why the hell not? And that is my perception of the first half. You are entitled to yours. I would love to hear it in the chat as ever. Let's have a little look at the numbers, see if the statistics bear out what I was saying. They kind of do, don't they? Look, England 54% possession. Obviously, a lot of that was accrued in minutes, particularly minutes 30 to 45, when Belgium were happy to sit behind the ball. 7 shots, 2 on target. Look at Belgium, 3 shots, 2 on target. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. 5 shots inside the box for England. Obviously, a couple of them headers, 4 corners. There is very much the sense that Belgium are doing a job on England and have ruthlessly, if slightly luckily in the first instance, but really nicely in the second instance, taken their chances. For all of you people who've been bashing Pickford, you will probably agree with what number does that say? I can't read it. 5.8. I guess that's facing 2 shots on target and conceding 2 goals. The algorithm's thrown that one up, but there you go. England 2 down and not looking like getting anything from this game as it stands. We'll see what Southgate's got in game. There is the Nations League table for England's group. We'll come to your comments in just a second, then we can do some Q&A and chat about some different stuff. with this game not going well for most of the persuasion in the chat. So Belgium will go on to 12, England 7. It would appear that Denmark are also winning and will be going 3 points ahead of England as well. And a bit of a damning statistic there in those 5 games now. If they don't score in this game, only the 3 goals for England as well. Let's just have a look at Denmark, who are currently playing Iceland. And yeah, they kicked off 7:45 as well. And whoop-de-doo if Christian Eriksen hasn't scored a penalty by the look of it, just like he did against England. So Denmark are 1-0 up in that one too. Not going very well, is it, guys? Let's just say. Shall we have a little read of your comments and we'll get some Q&A and some chit-chat there. David gives me a super chat. So a drink to you, David, on the H2O tonight. Can't drink every night. It's naughty, isn't it? Naughty. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Ben is the rowlet of musicians. I hope not, Alex. Does that mean I play everything quite safe and do not go out of my comfort zone very often when I'm playing? There we go. I smell a plug opportunity. There's always a plug opportunity, Russ, isn't there? If you do read down the bottom there before we go to any more questions, you can support via Super Chat. Thank you to Jim and to David, who have very kindly both done so far. Patreon, we'll do an update on Patreon this week for you guys supporting me over there. Thank you so much. Really helps tide things over whilst we're building. The Teespring shop we've got now. We'll do a giveaway, actually. I'll get some samples there. And let me know in the chat what you would most like from the giveaway. A T-shirt, a phone cover, a mug, a jumper, or a hoodie, and we will get that sorted. Actually, let me know in the chat what you would, if you had one free bit of merchandise from the store, what you would get, just so I can do a bit of market research. Ooh, Pickford just gets his fingertips to that. The people that don't like him are going to say he should have saved it. I think if it wasn't him, maybe the same people might say he was a little bit unlucky with the deflection. We're just having a look at the Declan Rice foul. I think it's a foul, I have to say. I'm sure there will be people that won't. It's very clumsy. It's quite careless. He pokes the ball away at first is going to be the argument, but we know that's not enough nowadays to mitigate the decision against you. So, yeah. And the free kick's brilliant. We're just having another couple of looks at that. Oh, right over into the corner, and the Belgian players, annoying for us England supporters, celebrate that one. Let's go back to your comments. We've dominated possession, but have looked poor in it. Well, Annie, we've had more possession. I always get the term. I think we need to start looking at this term, dominating possession, because my perception of dominating possession is you use it to dominate the game. I think nowadays, with the metrics we've got, merely having more possession is not dominating possession, is it? It's just having more. Using possession to dominate the game is a very different thing than having more, if you know what I mean. So I would agree. So I'm not picking on you, Annie. I'm just exploring the topic. We've had more possession, but we haven't used it to dominate the game, have we? So, just exploring that topic. Respect Lukaku, who's been world-class everywhere apart from Man United. That's my kind of player. Same with Di Maria. There we go. Yes, we have looked into One Football. We missed the window there. We did have the short sponsorship with Fan First. There'll be more. Don't worry. There will be more. We play the long game here. Don't you worry about that. Like Huddersfield's current position. Jason's watching Carry On Camping. Nice. William says, enjoyed the top 6 video you did the other day. Yeah, we do a few more of those. Good old opinion videos. Game of 2 halves. Come on, England. We love it, eh? I think the team needs someone with a bit of bite in midfield. Not enough bite from Rice and Henderson. Explore. Saw the ranking team start to the season vid the other day. In my opinion, you called it pretty spot. Bournemouth are going to pull my pants down on that one, though, aren't they? And probably Reading. There we go. Alistair says, thoughts. The system isn't working. Is it the system or is it the pattern of play? I think there was something in what Russ was saying in terms of the speed of the play. And we've seen in so many games now, teams are so well drilled with this system that seems to be in vogue this season of 3 centre-halves and then 2 narrow wide players and a 1 central striker. That very quickly becomes a 5 and then a 4. And that, we remember in days of yore, people my age remember the 4-4-2 being hard to play through. Add another player into that. I mean, crikey, and the players are so fit now. So, disappointing England performance. Do you think Southgate is under pressure? Stephen, any England manager is always under pressure. You're only ever 1 minute away from being under pressure as England manager. But to answer your question a bit less informally, yeah, he probably is actually. But remember, tournament next year, so he'll be judged on that. Likely, goals for is the most important stat. Goals for will indeed win you the game. However, goals for against a significantly worse goals against. Goals for even don't tell you the game. If I tell you the goals for, it is the most important stat because you can't win without it. But you know what I mean? And this comes into my thing the whole time, Alex. There is no one stat that predicts what happens in a football game. Or success in a football game. You score 3 goals in a game and still lose, can't you? So, yeah, we look at everything, and hopefully that's what we do on this channel. There we go. Russ is playing a 4-2-1-3. I guess that's a kind of a 4-3-3, isn't it? Pope, Walker, Trent, Tarkowski, Maguire, Saka, Rice, Mount, Sterling, Grealish, Sancho, Kane, Rashford. Nice. Like the look of that. 3 is the magic number. Concentrate on the league. Yeah, there you go. Dominated possession, but look poor on it. There you go, Anna. Yeah. Belgium blocked 2 shots that were going in. England have been in their box much more than them. True. Yeah, true. England tried to block 1 shot that was going in and it deflected and flew in the corner, didn't it? There we go. Denmark and Iceland, my 2 favourite country. We've been the better side. Only in terms of keeping the ball, haven't we? In any other metric, I suppose we've actually probably created. Have we created more decent shots? Probably have. I don't know what the XG would have. Let me just bring it up on Infogol. I'll do it on my phone. There are a couple of metrics that have us at the better side, but not that I want to be one of these people. Oh, the only thing that matters is the score. But I struggle to name a team the better side when they're losing by 2 goals. 1, it's easier. You know, you can get a bit of bad luck and be 1 goal down. But 2, I do really, really struggle. If anyone can get me an XG figure, Infogol don't seem to have the rights for international football. All semantics anyway, isn't it? Safe but successful. There we go. Absolutely. Waiting for my reward on the Fruit of the Bloom tagline. What do you want, Russ? What do you want? Let me know. Who do you think is getting promoted to the Premier League? That's a sweeping question that I answered at the start of the season, so you can check out that. With winter coming, a hoodie. Okay. If you're half the musician, you are a football pundit. You'll go, oh, thank you, Alex. Comment of the day. We can't do macarons for a giveaway, David, but we can do brownie. If anyone would be interested in that, that might be fun, mightn't it? There we go. Pickford too far over to the free kick. Personally, I can't go with that. Right in the corner, Russ. If he goes further over and it gets put in the other corner, people say he left a bigger gap. When I say dominating possession, I mean having more of the ball. Yeah. I get you out here. I was sort of just discussing the thing. Alex, good day to you, sir. We must do something again together soon. Not in the same mold as Ince. He could play, couldn't he? Different era. Hey, different era. I saw Beerhawk have done a sponsorship. Boyle Sports. Do you know, I DM'd a wine company actually after they followed me for some strange reason. There we go. I know you don't like negative videos. A worst championship team ranking video. I don't know if I could do that. Well, you mean specific players? Oh, I don't know if I could do that. Worst teams ever in the championship. I can't do either because one of them would be Ipswich 18-19, wouldn't it? Shocking. No, not special brownies. No. Come on. Look at the age of me now. I can't keep up with that stuff anymore. Dear oh me. I think we are harsh as England fans on managers, actually football fans on the whole. Everything Southgate did is seemingly forgotten. Similarly to Ranieri at Leicester. Yeah, if only Southgate had won an unlikely World Cup. Oliver, wouldn't that be nice? Would we be half-baked? You wouldn't be half-baked, and the brownies won't be half-baked either. They'll be beautiful. But no, we can't post macarons because they're so fragile that it's it's very, very tricky. Harry Winks is coming on. Are we going to get a change of shape here? We might get Russ's 4-3-3 here. Let's see who he's coming on for. No, we're not going to get a change there. He's coming on for Jordan Henderson. So that would likely be a like-for-like swap, I think. So Winks in for Henderson. I'm going to guess that is a like-for-like swap. And Winks will just sit in that central midfield. Can England play through the lines? Can they transition quickly? Can they lull Belgium out? Can Belgium be lulled out? I'm not sure. Say what you really think, Anir. Anir says pathetic substitution. There we go. Tidy player, more progressive, will link play well. Hopefully. Obviously, Henderson, an excellent player for Liverpool, but bit of a different kettle of fish. England. On a separate note, fell into the Sean and be call the cops YouTube channel. Okay. There's a recommendation for you all. Henderson off. Klopp will be happy, won't he, Jest? Hey? Here we go again. Remember, Saka came on for Chilwell, which I didn't write on my notes, towards the end of the first half. So England that's actually quite worrying, isn't it? They've swapped a left wing back for a left wing back, a centre mid for a centre mid, and they only have one substitution left to change the game now, if indeed they can get back into it. Henderson, I say, has the better passing range. If Henderson is off, then Klopp will be fuming. Off injured, that is. Yes, we will see. Be interesting to see how long Mr. Salah has to isolate for. Ben, you just justified what I said. What do you mean, Anir? Here is... what? As in it being a bad substitution? Yeah, we don't know whether it was an injury or not, though. Do we? Anyone can find out. Let me know. If he's hurt, then I suppose you still could argue that even if he was forced into the sub, he could have changed the shape. But as I said, England manager or any football manager, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, aren't you? Stick with the same shape. Oh, here comes Lukaku on the turnover. De Bruyne with the right foot drills that one low. Bit too much space for a player of that caliber. Walker robbed by Mertens. That was the quick turnover. Mings stood him up fairly well, didn't he? And it was driven low and wide. Let me bring the banner back up. It is England 2, Belgium 2, England 0. Not like me to get a score completely the wrong way round, is it? Free kick given away in the centre or near the centre circle. It's Alderweireld, 2 arms around Grealish. And nothing comes of it, sadly, if you are of an England persuasion. Belgium coming forward now, but England win it back. And Walker has it in the right centre-back position. Mings. Here is Alderweireld again. Goes long. Terrible pass by him. Should this international break have happened? Sending players all around the world. Well, elite sport was continuing. You're either continuing it or you're not, I think, would be the argument. But maybe they could have done without it. Who knows? We can't stop everything forever, can we? Hopefully, there isn't collateral damage or any players infected or, God forbid, worse. So we'll see what happens. Remember, the science, we think, does say that young, fit people with access to regular testing, the best doctors in the world and no underlying conditions and superb immune systems shouldn't be too at risk, let's just say. Fingers crossed, obviously. That's my understanding of the science. I've never spoken with this much passion in the chat before. We love it, Annie. There we go. Yes, indeed, Russ. Contractual duties. All of this was signed, wasn't it, before the I can't get this Smith thing to work. Let's just do it like that. Before the COVID stuff. Oh, has Boris got it again? Oh. Or was someone around him? Has he been a contact? He had it bad, didn't he? Unless you're a conspiracy theorist and you think that that was a news story. I have no evidence either way and will not be commenting on it. I think that's the most annoying. If you're a contact and you can't get a test and you feel absolutely fine, but you might have it, you know, there you go. Should be immune. I did see something the other day that said something about a 90-day pass, that it's very unlikely that you get it again within 90 days if you've had it. Probably more than 90 days ago, wasn't it? That Boris had it. Yeah, may have been in contact. Free kick here for England. Vertonghen with a yellow card right on the edge of the box here. 50 minutes in. Harry Kane does not look happy. But a free kick in a nice position. Witsel went down. And Alderweireld then just clears Kane out right on the edge of the box. I think the Belgians wanted a foul on Witsel. Looks like England have been a bit crafty there and moved the ball back. It looked like it was further forward than that, to be honest. Unless Kane just fell quite far forward. Oh, I'm not saying immunity is guaranteed. I think it's 90 days. What I heard is you're unlikely to get it within 90 days of having it. I'm not saying it's a catch-all. But then again, God, chatting about COVID is probably make more sense chatting about football, wouldn't we? Mason Mount is having a look at this free kick. Looks like he's going to take it right-footed. Here comes Mount. And sadly, didn't quite have the same skill as Dries Mertens there. And he blasts it over the top of the bar. Chance wasted. All my friends in Poland had their families have had it, just had runny noses and loss of taste. I'll be glad of that. Partner's kicking. Shocking. Why on earth would Mason Mount take that free kick? I don't know. Who else would have taken it? Harry Kane, I guess. Jack Grealish. Yeah. There you go. They've obviously identified him, and that was the plan. And he did not execute well. But let's not all pile on him in the comments. Football player takes bad free kick. It was rubbish. We know. It can happen. Grealish to Kane. Kane bumps. Ooh, Kane looked like he was close to throwing an elbow there at Mounier there. Hopefully he just shoved him away. But I'm sure we'll get a super duper slow motion replay of that one. Yeah, Trippier as well, actually. That's a good point. Trippier, that free kick against Croatia. What a goal that was. Here is Grealish. Inside left. Dribble. Oh, that's a clear foul. Is it a penalty or is it right on the edge? It's right on the edge. Superb dribble by Grealish. Mounier completely cleaned him out there. Excellent work by Captain Jack once again. We can have another go now. Maybe Mount won't get a go here. Grealish, such a good dribbler. It is just outside the box. Just touches it away and draws the foul. Superb play by Grealish. And a big chance for, well, it's not a big chance, is it? But a chance for the free kick for England. And looks like Trippier, much to the pleasure probably of the chat, is going to have a look at this one after Mount ballooned the last one over the bar. There you go. There's a comment. We need a goal soon. Let's have one from this free kick, Trippier. Come on. Trippier into the wall. Falls for Saka and he completely misses his kick on the swivel on the full volley there. Difficult chance on his right foot. Would have wanted it to be on his left, the Arsenal left wing back. Hit the like if you're watching in the stream. England having a good couple of minutes there. Bit more intensity. Couple of free kicks forced, but big chances, anyone? Haven't seen any just yet. David has to isolate until the 23rd. Luckily, I have a supermarket delivery. Nice. Good work. Here is Kyle Walker dribbling across his own 6-yard box. Everyone takes back the Trippier comments as he sticks it into the wall. Meat pie sausage roll. Come on, England. Score us a goal. Oh, please don't get injured, Harry Kane. For England reasons and for my fantasy Premier League team. Kane looks like he's holding the base of his back. Oh, Jesus. He tried to jump and it looked like Denea. Did he stick his foot into the back of his leg there? Did I see that right? Oh, he's up, fortunately. Come on, Harry. Never get hurt ever again in your life. If the curse is real, Burrell slipped us out. I did a lovely video today on analysing the evidence of the supposed manager of the month curse. Go and check it out. David's on dry November. You can probably guess I'm not doing that. Shocking. Just catching up Alan Brazil's units per week. Here is Saka. Lovely first touch by him. And is he fouled by Mounier? He had his hands on him, and Mounier's just been booked for fouling Grealish, but I think he got away with one there. I mean, Saka goes down fairly easily, but hand on the shoulder. Come on. Courtois with the goal kick. Looked like a bit of a handball there by Mount, but he gets away with that one. Grealish has it on the right wing. Holds it up. Dribbles forward. Given away by Grealish, and surely a foul there by Grealish. No, he gets away with it. Played through. Lovely back heel. Kane. First opening. I think it's Winks with the lovely back heel there on the edge of the box. Superb bit of skill by Winks. Kane. It's not a big chance, but as I always say, context is all. When it's Harry Kane on the edge of the box, you expect you just expect it to fly in the corner, don't you? But we hold him to a very high standard indeed. Here, and it just goes through. Russ says that's a bog chance, big chance. Yeah, I know what you mean, Russ. I mean, by the book, it's not. but because it's Harry Kane, I guess it kind of is what I was. Guess we agree on that one. De Bruyne to Tielemans to Witsel. Belgium probably going to waltz up the other end of the pitch and score a deflected goal now. Not that I'm sounding bitter, am I? Foul there by Rice. Clumsy on Tielemans, who stands him up and waits for the hit. Support via Super Chat, Patreon, Teesprings. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that gubbins. Do it. Go on. Help a brother out. Into the channel, cut out there by Walker. Nice give and go there by Rice. Plays it back to Winks. Excellent play by Winks there. Gets out of his feet and finds Grealish. Grealish, surely is blocked off the ball then. Whatever you say about Jack, he doesn't half get some treatment, does he? Mertens just stepped across Grealish, body checked him. Surely he's going to get a yellow card for that, I say indignantly. It's just completely just puts both his arms up and blocks his run there. No yellow card. Looked like the most blatant of fouls. Here comes Mount into the box. He can't engineer it onto his left foot. And Meunier gets rid of it. England playing well for the last 5-10 minutes. They're loving Saka's high press. Yeah, he's just got to coordinate the rest of the team around him. Ben suddenly dashes off to... We haven't got enough bubble wrap to wrap Harry Kane in. Into the channel for Walker, who tries the Bruce Lee flying back heel volley there and gives the ball away. And Alderweireld boots it clear. England are on top, I have to say. We were looking for a bit of a reaction. The 2 free kicks forced. Winks back heel getting Kane in. Sancho for Mount. That's not a bad shout, actually. I think we might see that on the basis Kane's never going to be taken off. And he's already altered the central midfield and wing-back positions. Walker has it. Walker out to Trippier. Trippier inside. I've just been sent a lovely Snapchat of Shaylee's Christmas nails that she's just done. They look gorgeous if she's watching. Here is Grealish coming in off the left wing. Into the box. 2 on him. Grealish. Good feet by Grealish. He didn't drill it actually. Curled it. Good play by the Villa captain. Tried to generate it. Couldn't get enough dip on that. Couple of feet further back and that spells trouble. But didn't quite hit the target. John just got home. Was Pickford at fault for any of the goals? I don't think so, John, but anyone in the chat is entitled to their opinion. The first one was deflected, John. He got his fingertips to him, so that would be the one. The second one, free kick. Some argument, I think Russ said in the chat, was he a bit far over? I thought it was really good, damn good free kick, I have to say. So maybe a minute bit on the first, but I wouldn't be having a pop at him in this game. But then again, I'm not like that anyway, am I? Hey? Let's have a look. Benjamin Bloom has Snapchat. I don't have TikTok. There we go. You're not posting for all of us to see. It disappears on Snapchat, but she's got her own machine thing that dries it and stuff. Saves a ton of money going to the nail salon or whatever you call it. So I'm all for it. And they look lovely, don't they? First question John asked, has Pickford made a mistake? We've talked a lot of Pickford in the chat today, haven't we? Pick the bones out of that, said Terry Butcher after Ipswich lost on the TV to Lincoln. I think Trippier's just gone down like he's been sniped. Hopefully he's okay. Kane runs it into the right wing. Oh, good feet by Kane. It's gone short now for Winks. We still have a player down. It's in the right back position, so I'm guessing it's Trippier. What happened there then? nothing in it, but he got a boot in his face there. Hazard does not mean that in the slightest, I have to say. His foot flips up and actually hits Trippier full in the face. So I'll take that back. He went down like he'd been sniped. That looked pretty painful. Very fancy woman you have there, Ben. Absolutely. Has she done? She's never done my nails. Look, can we get? Where's the camera up there? Sorry, my nails are probably blooming disgusting and bitten and stuff. There's the evidence of that. Yeah, that did look painful, didn't it, Noah? A flying boot in the face, like Shawn Michaels. Hey, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully nowhere near his eyes. Easily break your nose doing that, can't you? Unless you got a big snoz like me. Nothing will break that. Martinez giving some detailed instructions to Tielemans, Hazard and Witsel. So two of the central midfielders. Presumably they'll pass that on. Oh, they've got some cotton on Trippier's right eye. Merton's checking that he's okay, completely without blame there. Merton's, his boot flew up in the air and his head was heading towards the ground, so he couldn't have done it on purpose. But I think fortunately for Trippier, it's just got him above the eye. So God, a little bit lower, and yeah, anything could have happened. So hopefully he's okay. More condolences about Ray Clements. Yeah, tremendous player. Check out the footage of when Ray Clements went back to Anfield with Spurs. And this is when the Kop was a terrace, and there must be 15,000 people or something on there. I don't know how many they could fit on there back in the day. Maybe I'm exaggerating. And the arms clapping him back on. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Imagine your nails more to be white stained than painted. Shocking. Right, hopefully Trippier is okay. And it looks like he's going to be set to come back on. Belgium are dirty gits in respects of fouling. Not the Hazard one. Very good at the transitional foul. Well, they may be so, Russ, but most good teams are good at that, I have to say. Even the great teams are good at knowing when to foul and who to foul and how to foul. England are dominating the game. Again, I would pick a different word. I would describe it, again, far be it for me to hold people literally account for their words. Who was the comment? Blow. But I can't use the word dominating when a team's using 2-0. I think they've been on top for a while. Dominating may be pushing it in my understanding of the words. But there we go. Lukaku holding it up. De Bruyne, strangely for him, he had a good runner there. It was Meunier making the third man run. And De Bruyne, for once, couldn't make the pass. Benny's dominating commentary. Now, that is true. That is true. I am literally the only person speaking in this commentary. Here comes Saka down the left wing for England. He cannot beat Alderweireld. And much to Jamie Carragher's disappointment, Alderweireld closing the ball down with his arms behind his back there, which we see a lot now. Grealish, Mount into the box. Mount tried to feed it through to Saka. It's gone back to Grealish, to Winks, to Walker. Walker with the shot. Pretty much carbon copy the position he scored at Sheffield United the other day. And it's blocked, and Belgium clear. Very well read by Walker on the way back there. Slides in and intercepts that. Good play. England still on top. And can't force Kane into the corner. It's back with Courtois, and he plays out into the right wing-back position. Do I still watch wrestling? I don't still watch wrestling. I I keep up on a couple of podcasts, but I haven't watched it for a number of years now. It'll never be as good as when I was 15 and used to go around my mate Adrian's, and the NWO would be on, and Steve Austin and Vince McMahon would be on. That was the best. It'll never be that good again. But no, presumably because of the Bret Hart, my signed Bret Hart book behind me. But no, I haven't watched for a long while now. I think that might have passed me by. If it gets good again, I'll start watching again. Here is Hazard and Tielemans to Mertens. I love the dark arts when a team get targets of, spread the fouls out. There you go. Spread the fouls out. I love AEW wrestling. Good old JR commentating. No, I've not watched that. As I say, if it gets good, I'll watch. Shocking, need manager team overhaul top to bottom, says Carl. We've only got, is there more than 3 subs in this game? There's 2 subs coming on. I had that wrong. Here comes Jadon Sancho and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So maybe it's 5 subs in this game, because this will be England's 3rd and 4th substitutions. So Sancho, as Russ predicted, comes in for Mount, and Trippier has gone off. Trippier did just get that boot in the face. Does this mean a change of shape? It looks like it does. So it looks like England have gone 4-2-3-1 here. Mings is now playing left centre-back. Or have they gone 2 up top? Are Kane and Calvert-Lewin just going to play as a front 2? Or has Kane gone behind Calvert-Lewin? Interesting. We'll see how this unfolds. We'll look at the heat maps if we need to. Mings, Dyer. Has Walker gone right back? I'd imagine he probably has, hasn't he? Sancho is playing down the right. It could be a 4-4-2. Yeah, Kane's closing the keeper down now, so it could actually be a 4-4-2. They won't give me a damn wide shot of the pitch. much easier to do it again, this, isn't it? So if it is 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 with Kane as a 10, well, Calvert-Lewin's definitely up top because he doesn't have the flexibility that Kane does. Walker will be playing right back with Dyer and Mings centre-back and Saka left-back. Rice and Winks central midfielders with Sancho on the right wing and Grealish on the left wing. And it looks Kane's very advanced, so it looks as though it could just be an old school 4-4-2. Let's see. 4-4-F-2, as Mike Bassett would say. Let's have a look here. If so, watch the Dragunov vs Volta match, the most brutal thing I've ever seen. I sometimes listen to clips on YouTube when I'm editing of Jim Cornette, and he did talk about that match and say it was very good. I've just witnessed Wrestling Edition. Halcyon days, 97 to 2006. I do remember when I was very young watching Hulk Hogan versus, who would it have been? King Kong Bundy, maybe? I was very young and thinking that he was the greatest superhero I'd ever seen. God, I would have been about 6 years old or something. I loved it. There we go. Yeah, I think it might be 4-4-2. Mike Bassett is back, indeed. Check out Dark Side of the Ring. Interesting. Okay. Is that like Dark Side of the... I meet you on the dark side of the moon. Forget wrestling. Let Vyers be the most exciting combat sport. Interesting. Remember, wrestling's not a sport. It's a TV show, isn't it? But yes, for my sport, I'm afraid football takes up all of my time. Indeed. Here is... Kane. They've played it in. Kane hits the shot early. Deflects off Denea. Sancho tries to pick it up, and Sancho is robbed by the Belgians in the corner. And it was Vertonghen trying to bring it out. Here is Saka and Grealish, Kane, Walker out to Sancho on the right wing. Back to Walker. Oh, Walker was in a really good crossing position. He hung up to Kane, tried to get the header back. Saka put it across. Nobody there. I think the ball has gone dead. We need an American wrestling and football style collaboration. There we go. Batman is the greatest ever superhero. No debate available. We won't debate it then. Do you know, I think Batman, if you're analysing actually the greatest movie character and how many people have played the different character and how it's lasted since like the 60s with Adam West, I would probably agree Batman, whether he's the greatest superhero or not, is he even a superhero? Does he have any powers? I don't think he does he? I think he's definitely the greatest character, isn't he? And the Joker. Oh, I love it. God, I remember seeing the Jack Nicholson one when I was a young kid. Shouldn't have been watching that, obviously, but I did. Sensational. And then Heath Ledger did it so differently, didn't he? Brilliant. Love it. And then Joaquin Phoenix did it even more differently. There we go. When Benny's talking about Batman, you know it's going wrong on the pitch. England have been much better in terms of having more of the play in this half, but have they really laid a glove on Belgium? They've turned it over here. Rice. Oh, it's a poor ball out to Grealish and sends Captain Jack far wide and right, and Grealish is then tackled by Alderweireld. Notice how I literally get Alderweireld and Vertonghen mixed up every time one of them gets the ball. Shocking. Adam West was what my parents were going to call me, but chose not to in case I got bullied and called Batman. But how cool would that have been? So cool. Love it. I must do that, actually. Just buy them on the original Batman series. Buy them on iTunes or something. Are they on any streaming thing? The original Batmans. They're only about 20 minutes. I used to watch them on Channel 4 when I was a kid. Birmingham City and Aston Villa, the greatest hero and villain. Love it. Shots of rum if Captain Jack scores. I can sing some Billy Joel then. Captain Jack will get you high tonight. Take you to your special island. Not my favourite Billy Joel song, but hey, it's a song called Captain Jack nonetheless. Whipped into towards Calvert-Lewin, who hasn't touched the ball yet, I don't think. That's the thing now. If you've got Kane and Calvert-Lewin on, get the ball in the box with some quality with those two in there. Crikey. Any decent crosses, they'll eat them up, won't they? Bartman checking in. Forget Batman, we've got Bartman. Yeah, so much Batman to watch, isn't there? Animated series as well. Love it. Here is Mounier inside Mertens. Oh, England are open now in this 4-4-2. You essentially have Kevin De Bruyne dropping into a midfield three to outnumber those two sat in there. Here is De Bruyne now on the edge of the box. Oh, lovely layoff from Lukaku to Mertens. Good save, Pickford. That would have been a brilliant goal by Belgium. Lukaku with a beautiful deft touch to Mertens. He played it in back. Lukaku with the first time shot and Pickford well behind it to make the save. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Din, 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 din. Bits is here. We're losing 2-0 and they're sat behind the ball. That's as much as I'm prepared to say. And that's a great save. Yeah, nicely behind it there, Pickford, wasn't he? Lovely layoff by Lukaku in the first instance, wasn't it? Get some lovely angles when it's played into him. Lukaku. Hit the thumbs up button if you are in the chat. What is the score in the Iceland game, Alex? He's taken Bodvarsson off. At Gary Rout's request, no doubt. Here is Rice to Grealish. England, worrying lack of big chances tonight. Okay, the 2 goals went against them, one in slightly fortuitous way and one flying in over the wall. However, the lack of chances would be a concern. Oh, Kane nearly managing to play. Saka made a outside-inside run from the left wing there. Oh, they've turned it over quick, and here comes De Bruyne now. And he's played it out to Lukaku, who's 1v1 with Mings and space behind him. Lukaku double step over. Lukaku trying to power his way through, but Dyer comes across on the cover. Oh, brilliant turn by Grealish. Ridiculous bit of skill. I want to see a replay of that. And he's caught. He's played it out to Kane. Here is Kane in the left channel. Grealish surely fouled in the build-up to that. Kane's cross deflected. Please show me a replay of that bit of skill. Dyer plays it into Grealish. That is sensational from Grealish. He turns, flips it up with his back heel and spins past his man. Brilliant bit of skill by Grealish there. And England came forward and won a corner from it that Sancho is going to take. In it goes. Calvert-Lewin again. They can't get him on the end of a cross. Saka now recycles. 1v1 with Denayer. And he can't beat him and get a quality cross in. Here is Winks to Saka. And Tielemans stands him up. Filth of the night. Filth award of the night goes to our Jack. It was a brilliant bit of skill. There's been a couple of good ones. Lukaku's done a couple, hasn't he? But that was a sublime turn by Grealish. Was going to do the double penalty bet again, bits. There we go. Joseph says, we need to change this formation, especially against the best national team in the world. Which one? What, the 4-4-2 we're playing now? I think just chasing the game now, aren't we? So I don't think they would have started with it. I think if we're honest, England really don't deserve a goal currently. Not creating that clear-cut chance. Well, if they create that clear-cut chance, I'll change my mind. But yeah, they need to open Belgium up, which they just haven't been able to do. Mings, poor pass, but Meunier slides right underneath it and gives it straight back to Saka. Mertens heads away. Grealish, perfect first touch, as you'd imagine. Stands on the ball, plays it into Winks. Winks drifts that one into the box looking for Sancho. It's not great from Winks there. I think he could have done a little bit more with that cross. Walker inside. England piling men forward, but again, where is the chance? Where is the killer ball through this solid, stable Belgian defence? Not seeing it yet. They've got Sancho in on the right now to Walker. Can Walker get a decent cross? Hangs it up, and Courtois is about 6'20", isn't he? And he catches that one fairly easily. Belgium again. Look very solid defensively, don't they? Very solid with the team shape. And England just cannot play through them, or around them, or between them, or get a lucky deflected shot, or put a free kick in the corner. None of the above. Long ball won't even work yet. Calvert-Lewin's not won anything in the air just as yet. Here is Mings. All England, though. Let's bring the numbers up. Possession hasn't really changed. England are now 14 shots in this game, but still 0 on the big chances. Here comes Kane down the left, inside on his right foot. Grealish overlaps him. Kane, lovely dribble. Kane! Oh, hit the shot with the right foot. Again, as we said earlier, every time you see Kane shoot, you expect either the keeper to have to make a save or the ball to fly in the net. But He's just off on his technique. That deflects off Denayer. Actually, that should be a corner. I don't know if they've missed that one or whether I'm wrong. Dries Mertens, who scored. Apparently, I'm wrong, and that's not a corner. Dries Mertens, who scored that excellent free kick, has gone off, and Pratt, who plays for Leicester, doesn't he? Has come on. Does he play for Leicester? Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure he does, doesn't he? Bits is in. £10 at 20-1 on a draw. That's ambitious with 8 minutes to go. I don't know why we don't start with faster attacking winners such as Sancho, Bellingham with Kane up front. Well, we've mentioned the pace of this team. Southgate turned into Monk. Here is Calvert-Lewin. He's holding it up. Where's he going? He's going to all the way back into Dyer. Belgium are flexible in their play under Martinez and are good at both. We are a one-dimensional team under Southgate, even though we have the attacking quality to do better. We just don't. We're seeing this save now by Pickford again. That's a decent chance, actually. Is there pressure on the shooter? A bit from Mings. But yeah, big hole in the corner there. Lukaku. So we're supposed to give Mings some credit because if he hadn't put that pressure on, then Lukaku can definitely find that corner. But Pickford behind it and a good save. I'm not sure on Sterling. I think he is. Yeah, I think he is injured. Surely be in the team if he wasn't player of his quality. 83 gone. Are we going to get a goal, England? Didn't get one against Denmark in that last game, did we? So in these competitive games, I know some people say these are still glorified friendlies. A bit lacking in the attacking front. Lovely ball into the channel by Grealish to Rice. Rice stood up by Denea. Rice, tried to pick out Calvert-Lewin with the early cross. Grealish, lovely touch again. He's actually played well in the second half, Captain Jack, hasn't he? Grealish again, lovely dribble into Saka to Kane. Good tackle by Vertonghen there. And, Saka went down in the box there. There's definitely something between Saka and Meunier there. We'll have a look, but Saka seems to have the beating of the Belgium right back. Deary me. Lovely play by Grealish. Saka just couldn't quite force it into Kane. And we can't see from that angle whether there's any contact. Saka going down. Good ball again by Grealish into Kane. Kane holds it up. Great ball by Kane. Sancho now. Sancho into space. That's disappointing from Sancho. Indecisive there. Took a touch. Wasn't decisive at all and was closed down. It was a brilliant pass by Kane. Disappointing there, Sancho. Could have made more from the opening. Ludicrous pass by De Bruyne there. Ridiculous. On the run outside of the foot to find his man out on the right wing, which is Meunier. First gifable moment by De Bruyne of the game. But the Belgians just holding it up now. 85 gone. Goodness me. Let's have a look. Can someone tell me the name of the song they play? I don't have the sound on, so we can't do that. I would pick Pope over Pickford any day, simply due to all the mistakes he's made this season. I would pick Henderson, but he hasn't played many games. Yeah, we've had a lot of debate about Pickford here, but I think there are other more pressing issues in terms of the speed of play, particularly. And again, is this the best shape and personnel for the players on offer? But there we've seen. England have been the better team, no question, just have not finished, really. I can remember one half chance for Kane out on the edge of the box. Otherwise, I'm not really sure about that, but there we go. Lukaku comes inside. It's out to Witsel, who has an effort there. Here is the replay. And the first shot blocked from Lukaku. That was a good ball by Pratt, I think, if he meant it. And Witsel blasts it over the top. Get Ollie Hawkins up front. Let's not. Bless him. Perfectly serviceable League One player, but we might be watching a different level tonight. Yeah, he was on his own, Yorks, but there were plenty of players in between him and the goal, which is the slight issue. Hence, it didn't go up as a big chance on SofaScore. Not close enough, and players in the way. I know we can talk about metrics that England have been better in, but I just can't. I can't go with the comment England have been the better team quote when the game is 2-0. You know, it just is what it is. They haven't created a big chance for me, really. But will they now? Here comes Kane into the box. Spins, blocked out, and again, the Belgians just seem destined for a clean sheet in this one. We've lacked consistency in this game. What do you mean, Joseph? What, in terms of performance, up and down? Hey, I'll be told I wasn't watching. I'm in between. I've got an excuse. I'm in between the chat and the comments the whole time. Denmark 1, Iceland 1. That may actually be a good scoreline for England, but they're losing the important game for them. But there you go. I think it's all done bar the shouting after this game. Should we bring up the table after that equaliser? And you will see that, yes, with that goal, Belgium will win this group. So that goal means that Belgium will have won this UEFA Nations group. There's one game to go, and Belgium, let me just bring the table up quickly. Belgium will be 4 points clear, which by my math is an unassailable lead. Yeah, Belgium have done well soaking up the pressure, haven't they? Have England got Iceland next? Yes, they do. And what will unfortunately be a meaningless game, but we'll still do the watch along on Wednesday night as we get back into our normal routine with previews starting on Thursday. Yeah, Jim, I think it is only first place that goes through. Someone will correct me on that. So all done. Bodvarsson's replacement scored. Did he actually, Alex? Shocking. 89-53. 3 minutes of stoppage time. England are not going to win this game, barring a miracle. They're not going to get anything from it, barring slightly less of a miracle. Can they at least create us a big chance in this game? Mings has it. Southgate out. There you go. Grealish to Walker. Walker inside, tries to find Grealish again. Grealish can't control it. Tielemans brings it clear. Oh, he's played into the channel there. Lukaku, De Bruyne is making up ground on the far post. Lukaku's got no intention of passing it. Oof. And he just puts it past the far post. My God. Dear oh me. Belgium, 7 attempts at goal. England, 15. 14-14 Yorks. That proves utterly nothing. That's a single factor analysis to analyse a game. Shot count is one of the worst you can do for analysing a game. It's shot quality that you've got to look at. And England just haven't forced any big chances, I'm afraid. My man, single factor analysis. If you're going to use one single factor analysis, use goals for, as Alex was saying earlier. But shot count is not a good one to use in terms of trying to prove whether one team's been better than the other. Would be my response to that. Let's bring the numbers up, in fact, and have a look at them, because you can bring the shot count up that says 16-8, but shots on target says 3-all, I'm afraid. And big chances, 1 to Belgium, 0 to England. So once you drill into that shot count, I'm afraid you can immediately debunk it as a single factor analysis to say that England have been better than Belgium in this game, which is quite a difficult one to argue. I'd have to say, in context of the game, you have to look at the way a game ebbs and flows as well. The fact that a team like Belgium are 2-0 up in 23 minutes, that then really colours the possession figure because England now have the ball, but are Belgium in any danger of conceding the goal? So how we use stats is very, very important, I believe. Lies, damned lies and statistics, whatever it says. Southgate should not go. Just needs to bring the belief back into the team. Yeah. Some belief would be a fine thing, hey? Oh, maybe it's not all over. Apparently, is that true, Jim? Denmark have a second penalty. That'll be very late on in that game. Can I bring that up on the split screen and see what's going on there? What's going on? They are into 91 minutes. There has been a yellow card for Iceland in that one. So it may be the case that Denmark are going to stretch this to the final game. Full time here. Have they scored the penalty? To be fair, David, I use stats to say what I want them to as well. It's very, very difficult. We sometimes can have a confirmation bias with stats, but it's just all part of an open and fun debate. England, and yes, Denmark have scored to make it 2-1. I know it's not going to change anything here, but if we bring up the table, that does mean that Denmark could still win the group. There you can see Denmark 2 points behind Belgium there. England have lost this one 2-0. Belgium scoring, deflected goal and a nice free kick. England just not forcing any real big chances in this game, contrary to what our friend 1414 Yorks said in the chat. One from Kane from the edge of the box with pressure on the shooter and men in between the goal doesn't really constitute a big chance by SofaScore metrics, however good Harry Kane is. Let's just have a look at the other numbers. Belgium sitting back beautifully and soaking up the pressure fairly easily. A couple of free kicks in the second half. Grealish did his best, didn't he, to get things working through, but just didn't force any big chances, did they? So 55-45. Again, when looking at that possession figure, remember that Belgium essentially folded back into go on, then you have the ball mode at about 23 minutes into this game when they scored the second goal. 16 shots to 8, only 3 each on target. 7 shots off target to 4. 5 corners, so England did force some territory, but just no. There you see 0 big chances. The one big chance for Belgium, which I guess would be Lukaku's one, although there was probably pressure on the shooter there, but much closer in than obviously Harry Kane's. England, 586 passes to 488. But again, how many of them were around and not through, if you know what I mean? You want that one key pass over any of those 588 passes. So look, some questions that it's England, isn't it? So we know what's going to happen there. We're just seeing the group on Sky. So England are going to finish. The last game will be Belgium and Denmark. So if Denmark can beat Belgium in the last game, they'll get through. But England are, unless Belgium really hammer Denmark and England hammer Iceland, England are going to finish third in that group. So make of that what you will. Eriksson scored, yes, indeed. 3 pens in Denmark's last 2 games now. Jack and Saka are only players to come out with any credit. Far from strongest lineup. I think you're probably onto something there. Frustrating night indeed. And look, I don't want to be an apologist. I don't want to be accused of being deluded. I'm not. I'm just explaining that the first goal was deflected and the second was a worldy free kick. And, you know, that really does change things, especially the timing as well. If that deflected goal doesn't go in 9 minutes and goes in 39 minutes, can England build up more of a head of steam? So, interesting one. This weekend has been boring. I like waking up to your live championship results blog. Nice one, Joseph. it will all be back. Stats lie. They can. We just have to be sensible with stats. We have to be balanced, and we have to try and use as much information as we can to present a nuanced view. Yes, as David said, we can use stats to say what we want them to say. I do it. We all do it sometimes. And I think sometimes we know we're trying to win a debate or whatever, and we're just gonna throw out a stat when we know deep down that maybe that's not telling the whole story. But they can lie. They can lie. But yes, the ultimate acid test is the final score. But even the final score doesn't tell us the whole story. There's plenty of games we've seen that are, I don't know, 2-1, and you think, oh, nice workaday win. And, you know, it was a whole different story. It might have been 2 last-minute goals or something, or a red card after 1 minute or something. So even the final score doesn't tell us the whole story. That is why we do detailed analysis on here, and we discuss these things at great length. Indeed. Nice one, Russ. Legend Russ. We'll give him a shout out, actually. Russ sponsors the Championship Review Show, which will be back next Monday. So still 8 days of that. And we must give our friend Charlie a shout out there. 30 years of Laura Royal. Here's to many more. Remember, Charlie's suffering with some quite bad health problems at the moment. So go and check out his Twitter. He's raising money on Depop for the doctors and nurses helping him out at the hospital as well. So check that all out. If you're going to lose to someone, let it be the country that makes good beer and chocolate. There we go. Acid test. Special brownies again, indeed. In 3 words, simply sum up our night and what we need to change playing teams like Belgium. I can't do it in three more words. But look, we know historically with England, things have to not go against us, and we have to get a bit of momentum and a bit of belief. We know with England when things go against us, it just doesn't work, does it? Nice one, Annie. Good comments from you today. 208 days until Euro 2020, which will obviously be in Euro 2021. But yeah, bring it on. That'll be fun next summer on the watch-alongs, won't it? Look, guys, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this tonight, as ever. If you're still in here, please hit the like button. We'll be doing a few more days of, it's not filler. Hopefully it's fun, but other content, a couple more ranking videos, maybe opinion videos. Let me know what you want to see on the channel. Then we'll be back on Wednesday with the Fantasy League show, England, Iceland, and then into the grind and another 3-game week. So it'll all be go from Thursday. Are they still calling it Euro 2020? That's sensational. There we go. Thank you, David. 40 days to Christmas. Yeah, God, what's that even? Bits, you legend. Let me drink to that quickly before we go. A $2.99 super chat. Thank you, everybody. Jim and David. And Bits with the super chats tonight. Lovely stuff. Cheerio to Hip. All killer, no filler. Hopefully. Pulis out. Sensational. I haven't even kicked the ball yet at Wednesday. Brilliant. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Let me know what you want to see on the channel next few days. Lots of fun stuff. So we'll probably come up with something. I'll pull something out of thin air tomorrow, but the normal schedule restarts again on Wednesday. With that being said, thank you, everybody, for watching. It was Belgium 2, England 0 on a frustrating night to be an England fan. Thank you for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.